Well, hello, Blackhawks Nation. Welcome to Blackhawks Daily, your favorite recap of the daily buzz around your Chicago Blackhawks. I'm your host, PJ, so let's get into the top four topics of today. I don't know about you guys, but today kicked my tail. It's like Mercury's in retrograde or something. It's been a little bit nuts. So regarding the Chicago Sports Network, so as we have discussed, when the Blackhawks Nation does not know the team, our support tends to crumble. So we've been through that before, and unfortunately, we've been through that recently. So now the CHSN, the Chicago Sports Network, has come to save the day, right? Right? Well, any channel that's owned by Jerry Reinsdorf, the Wirtz family, and local TV conglomerate Standard Media, I mean, how bad can it be? The jury is definitely out. But how do we watch the Hawks on their 100th season? So here's the deal. If you're on Xfinity, you're going to have to shell out extra to get their most expensive sports watching package. But then you'll have all the Blackhawks, you'll have the Bulls, you'll have the Sox, everything you could possibly want regarding those teams. That'll be on channel 200. You can also watch them via DirecTV, DirecTV Stream, Fubo, and RCN Astound services. They also have direct-to-consumer services on chsn.com, on their Apple and Android mobile apps, as well as CHSN connected TV apps such as Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Samsung TV. See, I told you I was going to dig into this for you guys. Also, if you have an antenna that can grab a digital signal and you just want to stick it to the man, you can access the Chicago Sports Network in the Chicagoland area on those digital channels 62.2 and 62.3, both of which are high def HD, and you can watch two games simultaneously on those two channels. To find out which providers are carrying the signal in your area, go to antennaweb.org, just all together, just as it sounds, antennaweb.org, and you should be able to search there. And so what about us on Sling or Hulu TV, or like me on YouTube TV? Well, we're SOL, unfortunately. So we got to go and make friends with someone with an antenna, or make sure that our local watering hole carries the games, or get streaming. So just to watch the Hawks on these streaming services, whether it's like on the app or chsn.com, or even through Amazon Fire TV or Apple TV or whatever, it's going to be $20 a month. And then to have access to all three teams, Hawks, Bulls, and the Sox, it's going to be $30 a month. Now, you know what? At these kind of prices, though, you also might as well just go to the UC, grab a nosebleed seat if the prices aren't too crazy, and enjoy the game. Just make sure not to miss the national anthem, as we've covered before. Best thing in sports. Don't miss that. All right. Moving on from there, friends, we have heard about some good chatter out there about how there are 3 points early on in this year's schedule where the Hawks can really set the tone, make a statement for the year. So yesterday we covered the schedule pretty well, and we spoke about certain games to mark on the old calendar. So there are 3 points in the early season where we can make some serious waves. So we talked about the first one, which is kick the season off by being the spoiler in Sunrise, right? Beat the Panthers at home. I don't think they're going to be really, I think they're going to be kind of skating pretty slow. They're going to be at home. They're going to be watching the banners drop from the rafters. They might have the Stanley Cup there. It's going to be the whole dog and pony show. They're really not going to be thinking too much about the game. Hopefully, we should be ready for the game. Let's go kick their tails, huh? So, hey, can we beat the almighty Panthers? Of course we can. Any team can win on any given day. So why not then at their place? Why not? Are we favored to? No, we're not. But that doesn't mean we couldn't throw our gauntlet down right out of the gate and really set the tone. And you know how good it'll feel to walk out of there with a W? It'll be pretty damn sweet. So no one's expecting it. And as Borat would say, it would be very nice. So be kind of cool. So second thing, B, home opener against Montreal. Why? Well, again, beating an original six, awesome. First game at home on our 100th season really also kicks our season off well in front of the home team fans. That would be awesome. So let's own that. Secondly, Montreal, although they're really not, same caliber as the Panthers, they were a huge surprise team last year. So if we can come out swinging, take them down as well, maintaining that high from Sunrise. So we're building on this, right? We won in Sunrise already in our minds. And now we're going and we're winning at home against Montreal. It'll definitely turn some heads in the league. Why not? Be very cool. And then the third point that we could kind of ping our hats on. This one's a little bit harder, but being really productive on the early West Coast swing would be incredible. So Edmonton, obviously, challenge. It's going to be a challenging game. We're not playing Winnipeg on that swing. Winnipeg's going to come to the use. We're going to hit the We're going to play Winnipeg before this actual West Coast swing. But the rest of the games against Seattle, Calgary, and Vancouver, not as high caliber teams, winnable games. So if we win in Sunrise, we beat Montreal, and then we come out and we do a strong showing in the West on the road, we'll be more on the radar, and the league will definitely take notice of it. Now, is this all a big pipe dream? Maybe. Who knows? But it can happen, and I'm cheering for it. I mean, what the hell? Might as well, right? All right. We also today signed a D-man, a name that you already know, though, Louis Crevier, defenseman. He's 24. He was with us last year on a one-year contract. He just got re-signed again. He's 6'8", 224 pounds. So he landed his first one-way contract after spending 2 straight seasons between the Hawks and Rockford, Ice Hogs. The organization now has 4 total defensemen signed for this coming season, which is kind of a low number. Wyatt Kaiser still is in need of a contract, so let's hope we get him firmed up soon. Crevier scored 3 goals last year with 1 assist, so it's 4 points. He had a plus-minus rating of -6 in 32 games. So not lighting the lamp a lot, but he also tallied 49 blocks and 70 hits and averaging 17 minutes and 17 seconds of ice time per game. So he's out there a good bit. His contribution isn't as much on the scoring side as it is on how he scales with the game. He's using that big old frame and his reach to keep the opponent's top lines in check. So good. We got him. He signed. Expect him on the ice. That'll be great. So let's get to hot takes. And you know what? It was a little bit slow for the hot takes. I think I bummed you guys all out with my talk about the passing of Mr. Harry Tynewet. So hopefully I didn't do that too badly. But we did have a few people make some comments. Tom F 3256, he said, I liked Harry a lot. He was a funny guy. I met him a few times over the years. He was always very nice. He really was. Just a super great guy. Like we said, a man about town, a true Chicago fan, and he'll be missed for sure. Lester 701, good old Les. How you doing, buddy? He says, very sorry to hear about Harry. R.I.P. Harry. Spot on, buddy. He also said, PJ, I'm sharing about your channel and also sharing it on my blog. Hey, bud, put down, next time you comment, put down the address of your blog. Let's check it out. Might as well share with the rest of the Hawks faithful. If it's about hockey, if it's about gardening, well, then maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, you know what? If it's interesting to you, it'll be interesting to us. Share it. That's cool. Thank you for sharing about the channel as well, Lester. It means a lot. It seriously does. And Stephen Brinkley 428 says, how any Blackhawks fan can say that the Detroit Red Wings shirt looks cool is as bad as Chelios leaving us and going to Detroit. Woo. Okay. Old wounds are deep, apparently. And you know what? I appreciate the fandom and I get the loyalty. So Stephen Brinkley, I get it, buddy. It was hard to watch Chelios go there. Just I'm sure as hard as it was for Detroit to see Probert come here, right? I am sure that wasn't a great thing, but I get it. I totally get it. I would have loved to have Chelly, you know, in a Hawks jersey for his entire career. That would have been really super nice. It sucks that Kane is in a Red Wings jersey now. That hurts my feelings very, very deeply. But I still wish him well. You know, how can you not wish Showtime well? So that's a wrap for today, folks. It's going to be a shorter one, but again, so appreciate the time that you spend with me. I really do love that. Keep your thoughts coming in. Keep your comments coming in. You know, please tune in every weekday to get your Blackhawks Daily download. Impress your friends and neighbors. Obviously, you guys always impress me. Your love of the team, your love of the game, your love of this town, this number one city in the U.S. I unabashedly say that because we truly are the best city in the U.S. With the best fans of the best hockey team. Maybe not in record as of late, but best fans, best place to watch a game, best national anthem, best sweaters, just the best. So thank you so much for sharing about the channel, for liking and subscribing, talking about it. Get your friends on in here. Let's really support this Original Six team as we always do. And let's kick off this 100th season with a bang, shall we? So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. I'm PJ, and we will see you next time on Blackhawks Daily.